Hi guys, my name is OP. I'm a prop trader from Hashedge. And the one question I ask everyone today that is watching this video: Are you bullish enough? Are you bullish enough? Are we bullish enough? And is the world bullish enough? Now let's just jump into the charts and let's just get it kicking and let's just we are bullish. We are bullish. Everything looks bullish. Everything looks primed for the upside. So that's why I'm asking this question: whether we are bullish enough, whether we are ready for this upside swing. Right now, the market Bitcoin is at 84,500, and we look to be looking upwards. It looks like a further upwards move. The RSI looks like it's primed for an upward movement above the middle levels. We look at Ethereum, which looks still terrible. It looks terrible. It looks like it's still going to the downturn, and doesn't look like it's primed for on, or it has bottomed out. Although it kind of looks that way, so we just monitor that for now. Looking at the RSI, it looks like it's pointing towards a movement towards the upside. So we'll be looking at level supports or around 1,800 before we make any confirmation for that. But if you're looking at other altcoins, other things look very, very prime, just like Bitcoin, they look prime for movement upwards. We are looking at Solana here. Solana looks very, very bullish. It's above the 200 MA, and it looks like something that is going to move up soon. So now we are looking at it, Solana from 132. These are longs position that looks primed to enter a long. So Bitcoin looks like a very good position to enter a long. Solana looks like a very good long, and also XRP looks primed for a movement for a long in the near-term future. We move quickly into the crypto fear and greed, and we look that we have been improving. Now we are at 31. So before we were at around the 20. Last week we were at 23, and now we have moved upwards to 31, which shows like everything is getting much more softer, and everybody is much more eased up on what is going on in the markets, and everybody is back to bullish sentiment. As for this week, we'll just cap what is going on this week from the macro analysis and macro perspective, and looking at what is happening in the traditional financial markets, especially in the US. This week we have Powell speaking on Wednesday, and that would determine the course of action for the markets for the near term. And what we'll be expecting is either a hawkish stance, and hawkish really means that will be risk off, and dovish, if it's dovish, it will mean it's the green line and it will be risk on. So most people are anticipating that Powell would give much more of a dovish tone. So that means there will be much more bullish signal, and which would imply that everything is bullish for us. Once you can also see, looking at it from crypto Twitter, that whales are continuing to accumulate Bitcoin since the beginning of March. Major players have added over 100,000 Bitcoin to their holdings. Despite market volatility, people are still believing and still holding Bitcoin and crypto in general. We see CZ here just speaking and talking about cryptocurrency and how the world is going to use cryptocurrency, especially in the AI space. Let's just listen quickly to what is
So I think
has to say.
AI is a technology that came after blockchain, right? So we have the internet, we have blockchain, now we have AI. If you think about AI, the currency AI is going to use is not going to be fiat currencies. It's not. They're not going to go through banks. They're not going to swipe a card. They're going to use cryptocurrencies.
You're mentioning AI agents?
AI agents, right? So I think very soon we're going to be in a world with many, many different AI agents. Everyone will have a personal agent. You say, look, hey, help me book a flight ticket. Help me book a flight or hotel. The AI agent will talk to a booking agent to book it, and they're going to transact in cryptocurrencies. At least they're going to use the blockchain technology. It's going to be so much faster, so much cheaper, so much less middlemen, so much less delays. You're going to be able to confirm your reservation within half a second. So all of that stuff is coming. So AI is going to leverage all the tech that blockchain offers, and they're going to leverage this new money technology.
So yeah, it's just emphasizing that crypto is the future, and everything is going to use crypto. Of course, it's emphasizing on the AI space, which of course we know that AI and AI agents is going to be the next. We believe, and we are really watching it, the fundamental analysis and every single token and cryptos project that is on the AI space and the AI sector, and that is looked for prime for movements in the near term. Looking at a much more bullish analytics and bullish comments, we can see like we're anticipating a big move on Monday once the US opens, and it's just a lot of things to see in the market. You can look from the S&P 500. Open interest is high, equity position in PE ratio also, and the RTY index is also looking very, very primed for movement. We also look at the executive director of. It will also be good to listen to the executive director of digital assets behind on Bitcoin compared to Go. And yeah, it will be good to listen to what he has to say.
We'll see where it goes. I think that we're certainly at a pivotal point in history in which technology is changing the way that people think about asset classes. And I think one thing that's different about Bitcoin than gold is that we continually seem to find more gold. We just do.
They've been talking about mining gold for asteroids.
Correct. I mean, we know how much Bitcoin exists. It's just a question of how quickly it's going to be mined, right? And at the end of the day, I think that we need to be just cognizant of the fact that there is that limited supply that's out there, the finite supply. And as a country, we need to also understand that there is just a strategic long-term interest in accumulating as much as we can and doing it quickly before it becomes more expensive. Because I think that's naturally on the horizon, just given the principles that undergird it.
So once we understand all of this, we understand that many people are accumulating, institutional players are here. This is a pivotal point in history, as it says, as Bohain says, and this is for us to accumulate as much Bitcoin as we can. And the time is here, the time is now for us to do this. Us as traders with hashedge in the market, we can trade the market, and it will be smart for us to have some bags where we can keep Bitcoin, but we also trade the market and we can ride on all this volatility. There's always volatility in either ways of the market, and there's money to be made. This is just what it's showing us, and a lot of people will be entering this market. A lot of users will be using this market, and pretty much Bitcoin is a commodity. Bitcoin is pretty much the future. This is what we are here to take advantage of and ride the wave. We'll also listen to the last video. I don't want to bore you guys with a lot of videos, but a lot of bullish sentiment is out there for us to take advantage and to listen. And this guy is predicting, from CEO of Bitwise, is predicting $200,000 per Bitcoin by the end of this year.
A tailwind for Bitcoin, but it's turning out, even though Bitcoin is trading right, I think this morning around $83,000, and it's down from the highs of almost 110,000 earlier in the year. The setup is very bullish at the moment, because the other macro tailwinds that we've discussed is if there's an increase in the global money supply. That really pushes the price of Bitcoin, and also if there's there's cuts to rates by the central banks, and that's looking likely in a number of from a number of major currencies around the world. As because the central bankers can see that we're heading towards a recession, and they would like to stave that off and to encourage growth. So we've got almost like a kind of a perfect storm, but in the good way, behind the price of Bitcoin at the moment. As a result of this uncertainty and turmoil that's been created by the tariff U.S. tariff policy.
This is showing us bullish sentiment all across the board, and we also see BlackRock CEO Larry Fink just stating, although this tweet is more about stock market, but it's just saying the headline pretty much is, this is an opportunity to look for opportunities. And I'm just going to end it here by saying this is an opportunity to look for opportunities. There's opportunity in Bitcoin, as I've stated. We look primed for an upside swing. We look primed for upward movements, upward of 88,500. Like I said, I'm still watching my support at 88,000. Once we confirm that support, I'm longing this market immediately. We also look at Solana USD, also primed for an upside swing. We also look at XRP, which is also primed for an upside swing. So these three cryptocurrencies right now, there's money to be made here. And just to end again on what Larry Fink said, there's opportunities in these markets to make money. There's opportunity in Bitcoin right now that I've identified. There's opportunity in Solana USDT perpetual that I've identified, and there's opportunity in XRP USD perpetual I've also identified. This is a traders market. This is a news-driven market. It's time for us to take advantage of the opportunities and to ride the up wave and to make money from zero to Ferrari. Let's go. Bye.